Hey guys, welcome back to the channel! So today we are going to be doing my nails. My birthday is coming up this weekend, so I thought it would be nice to have them done. Last semester I went on a nail healing journey, and so I have not touched any of my nail stuff since, because then I started nursing school and we're not allowed to have our nails done. So I kind of didn't have a choice at that point. But now I'm off for summer break, so I really want to get back into it. So I thought I would vlog it and that you guys could come along. Alright, so these are the nails that I'm wanting to do today. I found them on Pinterest, posted by Cheyenne Kennedy. Now this is truly just inspiration because I want to do, instead of French tips, I want to do these solid purple. And then the pink flower is going to be purple. Those are still going to be blue. And then this orange flower that she has, I'm going to do pink. I'm going to turn on a movie to put on in the background because I don't want to just sit in silence. I've already done my nail prep. I pushed back all my cuticles, did dehydrator and primer. So now let's get started. Alright everybody, so I'm starting off strong with the Beetles Foundation Base Gel. I'm just putting that all over my nails, a thin layer I would say, and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds for the base coat. I'm really excited to be getting back into my nails because I've missed them. My fingers have been looking so crusty the last few months, and I have been waiting all semester for summertime so that I could do something fun with them again. I'm going to use the Model 1's, this purple color, it's 0908. And the Jawed-Sewn B55, it's kind of like a jelly clear neutral color. I like to use it when I'm doing French tips or nail art. I'm doing the purple polish on my pinky, pointer, finger, and my thumb. And then I'm doing the jelly nude color on my ring finger and middle finger because those are going to be my accent nails. I will say, guys, in the time that I have not been able to do my nails have gotten so healthy again, so I'm really excited about it, which is why I didn't want to do a lot of, like, the buffing steps of nail prep. I know it's important for longevity, but I just didn't want to risk messing up my nails, so it's okay as long as they last for my birthday. Which, spoiler alert, they did, because I'm actually doing this voiceover and posting this video after my birthday. You can actually go and watch my birthday special, and you'll see my nails. I'm doing 3 coats of all the colors on my nails, curing each layer for 60 seconds with my UV lamp. Same old process, nothing new, just typical gel mani style. Don't y'all just love this shade of purple? This is one of my favorites. Okay, I know I'm really indecisive, guys, but the more I think about it, I kind of just want to do purple flowers to match. Like, I think I just want it to all be one color. Anyways, back to you, voiceover Emma. Thank you, real person doing her nails, Emma. Yeah, I can be a little indecisive, especially when it comes to colors. I'm picky about what color is next to which color, and I just, with all the colors I had picked out, I couldn't figure out an order that I liked. So I ended up just vetoing all of it and sticking with purple, but I think it still turned out really cute in the end. So by this point, I had done all 3 layers of pigment, so now I'm going in with the Beetles top coat. I got it in a 2-pack with the foundations. I'll try and link it down below if I can. One of my biggest tips for nail art is to make sure you do a top coat in between the base color of the nail and the nail art because you'll be able to just wipe off any polish super easily if you make a mistake. I would like to disclaim now, I am no professional at nail art. I am self-taught with all things nails, and I try really hard, but I'm not perfect still. Here are the bases of my nails, super cute, love the purple, and then off camera I went and did my left hand. It was my weaker side for sure, but it still turned out really good and clean looking, I would say. So here I am setting up my surface for my nail art. I'm using the Jawed-Sewn B31. It's a yellow color, and that's going to be for the middle, and then I'm using the exact same purple that I already used for the base of my nails for the petals. I also have a small dotting tool from Beetles. So what exactly you see here is I'm just using this case of nails to dab some of the pigmented polish on so that I can use it like a little palette and dip into it with my dotting tool. I'm putting it on plastic because it's just something I had on hand and it's super easy to wipe off when I'm all done. I started by using the smaller end of the dotting tool and I just free-handed these little lines with the purple to be petals. I felt like with the inspiration photo that the flowers looked kind of hand-drawn and messy, so I wasn't trying to be too particular about how the flowers looked. I obviously wanted them to be clean and neat and not clashing into each other, but you know, if it was a little imperfect, I feel like that kind of fit like the vibe we were going for. I tried to do 5 petals per flower, but I think this flower I'm doing right now ended up with like 6 or 7. I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't help it. But no, seriously, I think it does have 6 or 7 petals on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, it's gonna have 6. This hand turns out really good because it's my left hand and I'm right hand dominant. But next, I'm wiping off the purple polish from my dotting tool. I'm dipping into the yellow, and then this is the easy part. I'm just dabbing a little bit right into the center for the little middle of the flower. Nail art is just like any other art. It is something that takes practice, devotion, and multiple attempts, okay? I've been trying to practice my freehanding nail art for quite a while now, and I still mess up. But I've also significantly improved, which just goes to show that practice makes not completely perfect, but pretty close. I just did 2 flowers on each of my fingers. I tried to make them like spaced out evenly. That's probably the hardest part for me, is the spacing. Let me tell y'all this little hack I've learned for nail art though. I saw this on TikTok a little while back, but basically they took a little plastic lid. When I do it, I usually use a Ziploc bag. They painted the nail art right onto the plastic and then put the plastic under the lamp and cured it for a full 60 seconds. Then they were able to just use some tweezers, pull it straight off like a sticker, and stick it onto the nail before securing it with some top coat. And I've tried it, guys, and it really works. As much as I love freehanding my nail art and trying to practice to make it look better, sometimes I still have crash outs because it doesn't always go accordingly. So I've used this hack a few times, and let me tell y'all, it is such a lifesaver. The last time I did it was when I was trying to put a bow design on my nail. I've gotten lucky with freehanding bows before, but this time I wasn't, and I made multiple on the Ziploc baggie, chose which one I liked the best after curing them, and popped that sucker straight on. It literally spared my sanity and is one of the greatest hacks ever. So if you are trying to work on your nail art and maybe it's just not going the way you want, I highly recommend this trick, okay? Anyways, I was having a pretty good time doing this nail art. This is me doing my right hand with my left hand. Like I said, I'm right-handed dominant, so this one was definitely taking me a little bit longer to do. I was definitely shaky here and there. The first finger went pretty well, I'd say. I mean, don't look too close, but I would argue that it turned out pretty good for being non-dominant. This middle finger, though, kind of started to get me. As you can see, this first flower it was a little wonky. I wasn't really loving it, or the spacing. It's kind of like dead center of my nail, but I was just trying to tell myself, let's finish it before we make any final decisions. But as I started to do the second flower, I really decided that I didn't like it. The spacing was all cattywampus, so I wiped the whole thing off. And look at that. I just used regular tissue paper, and because I had the top coat on underneath the nail art, it wiped off perfectly. And then I just started again. I started from the top this time, and it still wasn't perfect at the end. I definitely think my left hand still turned out better, but you know what? It may do. I still like the nails. They still came out cute. If I had to describe myself in like patterns and colors, I would definitely say purple and flowers. So this set feels very me, which is why I think it's perfect for my 20th birthday. I went ahead and dabbed on the yellow, and I was complete with my nail art. I sealed it up with a thick layer of top coat, of course, because I didn't work that hard for it to all be wiped away. The feeling of completing your own set of nails is like no other. It's like a relief and a pat on the back. So naturally, I finished off this set with some nail oil because, I gotta do some nail care. Even though I didn't do all the prep steps, the care after is important. This has got to be the best part of doing your nails. I love it. I miss doing my nails, guys. And here is the final product, the final set. They're super cute, simple, kind of springtime, springing into summer, very May vibes. Alright, I hope you guys like my finished nails. I love them. I think they're perfect for the summertime. I think they're super cute. I think they're very me, which is perfect for my birthday set, so I really like these. This set actually took me a little less than an hour, not including the time it took me to push back my cuticles and do the nail primer and dehydrator, so I'm really happy with that as well. Seems like I haven't lost my touch since taking a break of doing my nails. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to link all the products I use down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!